You don't need a bunch of expensive gear to walk the Camino de Santiago. What you have at home is probably sufficient.
But we found over our 16 Caminos together that a few upgrades are definitely worth the money.
So here are our top gear upgrades
and splurges
for the Camino de Santiago. This video is brought to you by Epicka. More on that in a bit. I'm Lainey.
I'm Sean.
And this is Days We Spend.
Good hiking socks. One of the quickest and easiest ways to upgrade your gear for the Camino is to invest in quality hiking socks. And by that we mean hiking socks specifically designed for the trail with the right padding, the right materials, and the right build quality so that you can rely on them day after day after day after day.
Some of the things we look for in a quality hiking sock is the material. We like socks that are made out of merino wool because merino wool wicks sweat away so your feet stay more dry. If your feet do get wet from sweat or stepping in a puddle or from the rain, you're less likely to get a blister. They also stay warm when it's wet outside, so we don't have problems walking in cold weather or the rain with wet socks.
Some of our favorite merino wool hiking sock brands are Farm to Feet. I love Farm to Feet. Darn Tough. These are classics. Everyone in the hiking community knows Darn Tough because they're incredibly well made and they stand by their products. Darn Tough are always guaranteed. You can get them replaced if they ever break down. I've actually done that with these socks. I had them replaced and they gave me a new pair of socks, which is amazing.
Farm to Feet does the same thing, and I've done that for a pair of my Farm to Feet socks.
So you're paying a higher price for higher quality, but a lot of these really good companies back up their products with replacement gear. So it's really not that much of an investment to get good socks from the beginning.
Good socks means you only have to pack 2 pairs, one that you're wearing and one that's being washed. And so you can just rotate them out. You don't need to buy 7 pairs of hiking socks. You just need 2 or 3 to build your base wardrobe. We also really like this hiking socks from Injinji. They make a variety of ones that are like regular toes or the toe sock variety for those who want a little more toe separation.
In Spanish, your toes are called dedos de pies, your feet fingers. There's no word in Spanish for toes, which I think is really charming. And it actually is something that Injinji does really well. They're little feet finger socks. I also have these from Ibex. I beat these to heck on the Camino Dos Faros with like tangles and brush and thorns. They're very good. I'm mentioning these sock liners. They're not socks technically, but these are merino wool sock liners from REI. I tested these out recently and I loved them. So they were a big upgrade for me.
Sun hoodie.
If you've been watching our channel for a while, you know that we both love to hike in sun hoodies, and that's because they offer the best protection. They're just like the go-to hiking layer for both of us, no matter what season we're hiking the Camino.
We used to walk in t-shirts or just like regular long sleeve shirts, and we found we were always slathering on sunscreen or forgetting to put on sunscreen. So we found that the sun hoodie is the best way for us to prevent sunburns, but also they keep us pretty cool because the sun isn't beating directly on our skin.
So what we look for in a sun hoodie, it has to have an oversized or a large hood, something basically that's big enough to put around the cap of a hat. I also really want it to have thumb holes in the sleeves. That way you can get that extra wrist protection. It goes all the way up to here. And of course, we look for quality materials.
Something that's gonna last or something that's going to be a great option on trail. We also really like sun hoodies that dry quickly.
There are cheaper sun hoodies that are made out of 100% synthetic materials, but the biggest complaint that we have and the reason that we don't use them is that they just smell awful.
Or they don't breathe very well because the material is kind of thick.
So if they work for you, great. But we found that it's something that you're wearing literally every day. So in our opinion, it's worth a splurge to find one with the features that you like and a material that's not going to make you that guy when you walk into the cafe or the albergue.
Not all synthetics are created equal. Some are made more specifically for hikers. Our favorite synthetic sun hoodie is the Jolly Gear sun hoodie. We know Jolly, he's an awesome person. He designed these specifically for hiking the PCT and the AT, all the long trails in the US. We recommend them because we love them and we've worn them on multiple Caminos.
If you've seen me on the Camino, I'm wearing this green patterned sun hoodie all the time. And I wear it every day. While it is synthetic, it's a really high quality synthetic, so it doesn't stink right away.
It has a ponytail hole in the hood, so you get a little more airflow. It has a hood and a collar, so you can tuck the hood away and look a little nicer in town if you really want to wear it that way. Buttons, which are really nice, so you can change the amount of airflow to the front of your torso.
On a nice day when the sun is behind you, you can open it up and get a nice breeze. It makes a huge difference. The other two sun hoodies that I recommend are from Cool and from Western Rise. Western Rise, this is a merino blend. This is a nylon polyester blend from Cool. For some reason, this Cool sun hoodie has just become one of my go-tos for travel. I haven't actually worn it on the Camino, but I think it would perform really, really well. So if you don't want to go with a button-down shirt, these are excellent alternatives.
My favorite sun hoodie alternatives are both made out of merino wool. I like merino wool sun hoodies because they don't smell when you sweat, and I sweat a lot. So if I don't get to washing it every day, which I try to, but sometimes you just don't. I'm not like offensive walking into the cafe and the bar in the morning. I don't find the merino wool any more warm than a synthetic. In fact, sometimes I find it's a little cooler. The cons of merino wool is it's very expensive for a material that is going to break down over time. When it rubs against your backpack, it's going to break down a lot faster. So on like a 60-day Camino, my shirt started falling apart. But my two favorite ones, this one is from Ibex, and I really like the quality, the shape. It's got the thumb holes. I really, really love the quality of this Ibex merino sun hoodie. Alternatively, this Ridge merino sun hoodie has the largest hood of any sun hoodie I've ever used because it's made to fit over a helmet, like a bike helmet. And the tie means I can get a really secure fit on windy days. It's performed very, very well. I've had two of these because the company replaced my first one when it fell apart. And the second one has held up a little bit better. So maybe I just put the first one through the ringer a little too much.
A lot of women have gone with the Ridge Merino hoodie based on your recommendations, and everyone we've talked to has been like, that's the best sun hoodie. If you're anything like us, probably walk the Camino with a few extra devices. E-reader, extra battery pack, drone controller, earbuds, our phones. And the best way to keep all of that stuff charged is with the new Epicka Pulse Duo 140 watt smart travel adapter.
This adapter packs in 140 watts of total power output, which is enough to charge up to 6 devices at the same time.
The display turns it from a simple travel adapter into a smart charging hub, giving you real-time visibility into charging performance and temperature. We recommend Epicka travel adapters because they're reliable, globally compatible. They work in over 200 countries and regions. The Epicka Pulse Duo is simply the best way to keep all of your devices charged safely in one convenient travel-friendly package.
Epicka has a brand new device called the Tagie Mini Strap Finder, and we love these as options for the Camino because if you're going to send your bag ahead, you want to keep track of where that is.
The Tagie Mini Strap Finder is what an AirTag should be if it was built with hikers and travelers in mind. This is IP67 water and dust rated, so they can handle mud, rain, dirt with ease.
The coolest feature is the integrated adjustable strap. You don't need to buy a separate keychain, holder, or accessories because the built-in elastic strap easily attaches to keys, backpack zippers, anything you can think of that you want to keep track of on the Camino.
The battery life also lasts for up to 2 years on standby.
And most importantly, it works directly with Apple's Find My app.
Turn this device on, pair it with your Apple Find My app, and you're good to go. Search for Epicka on Amazon or use our link in the description below to get your Prime Day deals today.
And you can also use our code for an additional 10% off. Merino wool underwear. The layer that's closest to your skin makes a big difference for your comfort on trail, and we really like merino wool for our underwear and for my bra.
I recommend packing 2 pairs of underwear in my minimal packing list. You can check that out up here. You really only need 2 pair, but you need 2 good pair, and merino wool is far superior than anything else I've tested. It's moisture wicking, it reduces smell, it dries quickly. They're really comfortable. And my favorite pair of merino wool underwear for the Camino is these boxer briefs from Ibex. I don't know what they did. These are incredible. I've worn these day in and day out on several Caminos and the Tour de Mont Blanc. They show very little signs of wear and tear, which is amazing.
My favorite merino wool underwear brand is Branwin Merino, and I have so much of their stuff because I love it so much and I wear it all the time. Just like Sean, I only recommend bringing 2 pairs of underwear and 2 bras for your Camino because you're going to wash one and wear one. Merino wool helps keep the sweat away from your skin so you don't get like funkiness, you know, you don't want to have any problems down there when you're hiking. So good underwear will help prevent that from happening. I made a whole video about female hygiene on trail and you can check that out above. Underwear is part of that. Brandwin makes a variety of different styles and I like the ones that are a little more covering. These are the boy short ones or the bikini bottom ones. Every day I wash it, every day it dries overnight. You can even use it as a swimsuit if you want to take a dip in the river river or in the ocean. And because you're only bringing 2 pairs, like it's worth that splurge and they last such a long time. Like it's not like I just wear these on the Camino, I wear them in my daily life too. Same thing with their bras or their bralettes. I like the bralette because the moisture wicking, merino wool doesn't smell, super comfortable to wear in town. Or if you want more support, you can do their sports bra version, which is very, very comfortable. I don't like wearing anything with like too much seams or underwires when you're hiking. Like you just want something that moves with you and is comfortable and is gonna dry and not smell. I don't wash my bra every day on the Camino. I wash it maybe every 5 days. If it's like a heat wave, maybe every 3. But the merino wool means that I can go those days without washing it because it's not smelly. Just hang it up on my bunk overnight and it's really fresh the next day. Brand also makes a brand new bra called the Essential Supreme Bra, and it has removable cups and a little more shape. So if you want something that's a little more traditional bra-like, the Supreme is a really good option. And I've been wearing it nonstop since I got it and I really love it.
Hiking poles.
They're not necessary for everyone. We love them and you can use a cheap pair of hiking poles. But recently I have tried a very nice hiking pole from Gossamer Gear. They sent me these and I love them so much. It's changed how I feel about splurging on hiking poles.
If you've never used hiking poles before, I don't recommend splurging right away. You need to learn how to use them. We even made a whole video about how to use hiking poles because it is a learning curve. But the upgrade to something lighter, it's a huge difference.
Because they're in your hands every step. So you use so much more energy lifting and moving a heavier pole. You then switch to a lighter pole and you're like, whoa, this is so different.
Every time she hands me these ultralight Gossamer Gear poles, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so light. This must be so nice to hike with.
These are my old poles and I can't use them anymore because I broke the tips after hiking 3 Caminos with these. I'm very hard on my poles, but I can't replace these. This piece is glued on, whereas Gossamer Gear makes replacement tips that you can screw on. So you're gonna get more longevity in the long run because you can repair your gear instead of having to replace it every time it breaks.
I can't believe how light these are. This is crazy. Mid-layer. I recommend upgrading your mid-weight layer because it's something that you're gonna wear a lot and it's flexible for multiple seasons. Fall, spring, summer, winter. This is something that you're gonna pack basically for every Camino, so it's definitely worth upgrading to something that's lightweight, warm, and comfortable. I love this hoodie from Mehmet for 2 big reasons. It's warm and it's light. I pack for the Camino in a lumbar pack, so I don't have a lot of room for big bulky layers.
Well, okay, so this is where we differ a little bit. This is synthetic and this is a synthetic fleece. Now, I loved this sweater for a long time and eventually it got so smelly, like I can't even really wear it at all because I smell it.
And this is so breathable and made of really high quality materials that I wear this thing a lot and it never smells.
This is a new technology called like grid fleece versus regular fleece. So if you are going to go with the fleece, definitely spend the money on the grid fleece one because this is going to dry faster and so won't harbor as many smells as like a traditional fleece.
I can see through this right now. For some reason, it just traps air next to your body. It's just really good at holding in warmth without adding a lot of bulk. If you have a lot of room in your bag, this might not be something that you need to upgrade.
I always prioritize something that won't smell because I wear my midweight layer when I'm hiking and at night, and I'm really sweaty, like really, really sweaty. I always go with merino wool as my preference, especially after my last synthetic hoodie just got so smelly. Yeah. So now I have 2 different merino wool layers that I use. This one is now retired. I've had it for like 12 years. It's an icebreaker half zip fleece made out of wool. It lasted a long time. I bought it on sale. I was super happy with this for many, many years, but they don't really make it like this anymore. So my newest version that I have that I love, and I've been wearing this nonstop since I got it, but I got it after we've walked Caminos, so I'll have to wait to wear it on the actual Camino, but I've worn it on lots of travel. It's performed excellent. This is a ridged merino hoodie and it's 100% merino wool. So it just performs so well. It doesn't smell. It's a full zip. It's got a hood. It's got thumb holes. I'm so happy with this sweater. It's just so comfortable and I can't wait to take it out on Caminos when I can walk again next year.
Gloves.
Time to be glovely.
There was a Camino a while back where we both got surprised by really, really cold weather. It happened in April and we got snow. So we always recommend packing gloves for the Camino.
Unless you're walking in July or August. Please don't bring these in July or August.
Right. We recommend bringing gloves because they're super small. They're very lightweight. So even if you don't use them, it's not a hassle to carry them. And I recommend upgrading your gloves to something that is weatherproof or for merino and like really warm. These are actually not gloves. These are like considered mitten shells. They're from a company called Thermic. I bought them in Switzerland for the Tour de Mont Blanc, and I'm super glad I did. I'd been using a cheap pair of gloves from Decathlon that when they get wet, I'm miserable in them. But when I throw these super lightweight little guys on top, nice and toasty, safe from the rain, and they've saved my hands on a couple of really, really cold days where I'm using my poles and I'm freezing. I've been caught in the past without any gloves over the Camino Primitivo. I had to put socks on my hands. I will never do that again. I got a good pair of gloves that are worth every penny.
I prefer a merino wool glove. These are from Ibex. I love them so much because when they're wet, my hands still stay relatively warm in the rain. So you don't need that extra layer. If I was hiking in winter, maybe a different story. But for spring and fall, the merino wool is amazing. And they just are great for temperature regulation. I don't get too sweaty when I'm using them in the morning and then it starts to heat up. Just, the merino wool gloves are something I wanted for a really long time and I resisted upgrading to them. And once I did get these, I can't look back. They're so incredible. Sunglasses. Quality sunglasses make or break your Camino, in my opinion. I was walking the Frances with a pair of cheaper glasses and they just started delaminating, and then I had to replace them with even cheaper glasses because I didn't want to spend the money. And I just struggled the entire time just like trying to see, and it bothered me so much. So once we upgraded to these two different brands of sunglasses we both really like, everything's changed. I'm not struggling with vision. I'm super comfortable and I forget I'm even wearing them. So my favorite ones are these armless sunglasses by Hombres.
They're top of my list as well.
They're just so comfortable, especially since I wear hearing aids. They don't bother me. It's because they're not behind my ears. They're around the back of my head. They can help keep your hat on in the wind as well. And they make them with like a normal size frame or a smaller size frame. So they fit my little petite face. You can also upgrade them and add the side shields, which are so great for extra sun protection. And then the little nose bridge for more sun protection, which I do this and I think I look like a cool little aviator, you know, with all of my pieces on my head, my sunglasses. But the nice thing is you can take them off so that when you're in the city or in your daily wear, like they just look more like normal glasses.
I like these Hombres for very similar reasons. They're really lightweight. They're easy to pack. They're flat. They don't have earpieces. You can like put them in the pocket of your sun hoodie.
They pack into the smallest little case.
So they're really easy to pack. I really, really like them because like Lainey said, I forget that I'm wearing them. That's always the goal for me with sunglasses. I don't want them to be heavy. I don't want them to like occlude my vision. I just want to put them on, protect my eyes, and walk.
And Sean loves these because he won't forget them anywhere because he just puts them as a necklace when you're in a cafe or when you're in the morning. And so he doesn't forget them by leaving them on a table or tucking them in a pocket.
I lose a lot of stuff. I once lost sandals that I wore to dinner. I want you to hear that again. I lost the shoes that I took to dinner.
He left them in the restaurant and walked out barefoot.
I'm so sorry to that establishment, but I thought it was okay to be barefoot. Keeping my sunglasses is a challenge. With this design, it's not a problem. I also really think that the side shields being removable is really important. There are a lot of days on the Camino where you're going to be doing crossings and you're going to be in cities, and I don't think it's really safe to have those on. But when you're out on the trail and you're up in the mountains, it's really nice to have that. But that leads me to the other pair of glasses that I recommend for a long time. These are from Valen. They do have the side shield and they're a bit of a different design.
They look great though. Yeah, I really like them.
These are probably the peak eye protection sunglasses. So if you're really worried about eye protection, I think Valen is probably a slightly more premium sunglass. Also incredible build quality, and they fold down really, really small. I could also keep these in my pocket. I've slowly switched to the Hombres as my daily driver, but I still very much recommend these. Like we said at the beginning, you don't need to upgrade any gear to have a great Camino. Pack what you already have. Get out there. That's the most important thing. It's not about the gear. It's about being on the Camino.
But as we mentioned, those few upgrades that we really love are just worth it so much. And they're all gear pieces that we use in our daily lives too. They're not things that just sit in the closet until our next Camino. We use them almost every day.
Don't forget to check out Epicka. Use our link in the description for 15% off their Prime Day deals so that your splurge is a little bit more affordable. If you don't feel like splurging, we made a video about our favorite Camino gear under $20.
You can check that out here. here. And if you want more Camino packing lists and see what we like to bring in our bags, we've got a whole playlist you can check out here. Buen Camino, peregrinos. Thank you so much for spending this day with us.